Hi. I'm here on time. Hard to believe it, but I actually am here on time. And let's just check this out and see what's happening here. That looks good. To believe it, but so there it goes. And we're set up here. And we have this here about to happen. Which one? Here we go. This. Okay, you can't see it. Reginald's decided to join us for today. So he's back into the mood of podcasts at the moment. Could be because it's freezing cold and raining. And he wants to be warm. Actually, I'll turn the heater on, perhaps. All right. Okay, so here is this. Let me click this on and...
Supposedly a land where all the lost wallets eventually wind up.
Okay.
Supposedly a land where all the lost wallets...
That is working. So we're going to jump in here. And so we had the original series based on Satori D's concept. And I spoke about how it morphed into the new series of Who is Lumina, right? Which we're sort of busy exploring with, and we're doing Xenochat and Lumina and transmissions from Lumina, and it's all really fun at the moment. Okay, but we need to... After Satori D did his original series, each person in the community was asked to put their their story arc forward. And so these ones, I think the next two that we have are the ones that Otto did, and I believe they are original handwritten. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these two are the only ones in the series so far that have not been written by AI. So the concept was that we put something into the AI, an outline, we get something back, and then we all go in and we all put our own bits into the script. So it's a real communal script, right? It's not always happened, I think, the way that we quite envisage it. And but it's fun, and it's, it's a good experiment. But these next two, this one and then the next one, are original scripts handwritten by Otto X of Hungry Jack. So yeah, pretty awesome. Last night I played you the one that Within the Vacuum did, of course being a very well-known musician from Costa Rica. And so now we have a musician from America also joining in. Okay, so that's a little bit of the backstory. So enjoy. Island of Lost Wallets. I think this was the pirate arc, actually.
Dude, where's my wallet? The Island of Lost Wallets. Our hero has heard rumors of the Island of Lost Wallets, supposedly a land where all the lost wallets eventually wind up. While they were escaping in the car, Two Blades told Mike some news. He had a possible lead and counseled Mike to seek out an old mystic in a cottage high in the hills above the sea.
I have heard of a ship that had touched at an island. This island was inhabited by wallets. There were countless wallets, roaming freely hither and yon. The ship's crew had stopped for water and were not interested in wallets, but their report is suggestive.
Dude, that might just be what I'm looking for. We should check it out.
I know a mystic who lives on a hill above the sea. He's usually well informed about these things. You could do worse than seek him out.
He might just be the guy I need to talk to. Drop me off near his stead.
Whoa, look at these lights. I haven't seen trails like this in months. Good stuff. Hey, it's early, but maybe, I could take a more heat of this LSD. I'll try a little bit more.
After Mike is dropped off, he begins walking up a long drive towards a lonely cottage on a hill overlooking the distant ocean. He finds the mystic at home, drinking tea and enjoying a pipe. He is more than willing to tell Mike what he knows about the island of lost wallets.
It is said, my son, that whenever a wallet is lost, it finds its way through a myriad of strange coincidences and the occasional time-space spanning wormhole to finally arrive at a place where all the lost wallets of history eventually find themselves. Other beings are said to live there as well.
Beings? What kind of beings?
Strange beings, beings of power. Of them, I can tell you little. If you manage to arrive ashore, you will doubtless learn more than I. Reaching the island is not easily done. Mysterious forces that surround the island make reaching it by traditional means problematical, to say the least.
So, how can I get there, mystical dude? This place might just be the one I'm looking for.
I love it in that line that mystical dude and Mr. Cool Dude are the same. Hey, mystical dude, or hey, Mr. Cool Dude.
How can I get there, mystical dude? This place might just be the one I'm looking for.
The way is not easy, but sometimes, through a combination of serendipity and navigational skill, a ship manages to find it. And one such ship, the good ship Stephentown, is currently docked at the port of Sorts.
Dude, how do you know all this? What missile powers have you tapped into?
I read it.
The stars? In the wavelengths of the ether?
No, in this morning's paper. I get it delivered up here every day with the milk. I'm a mystic, not a hermit.
Mike makes his way down to the sea in search of passage to the island of Lost Wallets. As he approaches the seaside town of Sorts, the smells of the sea assail him, a mixture of brine, rotting fish, and creosote. As he asks about the ship, or boat, an old sailor man, sitting and teaching his grandson to splice rope, directs him to the tavern known as the Naughty Mermaid.
Seek ye the quartermaster of the good ship Stephentown there. You'll know her by the company she keeps, the most noble Sir Reginald.
As Mike walks towards his destination, he muses,
Wow, a real noble knight. This sounds like a crazy ship.
This is the first time Sir Reginald appears. And he's just appeared in the last one that went out a couple of days ago. I had forgotten that he had started way, way, way back here at the Port of Sorts. And of course, when you're out of sorts, it's not a good place to be. So I also notice here how I think this, you can see here how I had no idea how to animate at all. I'm looking at these old pictures and I'm thinking, wow, it's
Mike soon finds the tavern, the sign above it showing an improbably engaged mermaid. After goggling at the sign for several minutes, He enters a dim, smoky room. Low beams, oaken wainscoting, and a cheerful fire greet him. As Mike begins to glance about, he is approached by a large, muscular man with red hair on his arms as thick as a carpet and a full, bushy beard.
I'm your hostess, Wilhelmina. Can I show you a table?
I
And this is the guest appearance by Panubasa Beku, who is part of he is politically incorrect Dharma, I think. Yeah. And so he joined us. This was a very fun day. Yeah. I think he plays 2 roles in this episode. The first is the fair Wilhelmina.
I'm your hostess, Wilhelmina. Can I show you a table?
actually, I'm looking for someone.
Mike hesitates. He seems nonplussed.
Did you say your name was Willimertha? That seems like a weird name for a man.
Man? What do you mean by man? You just assume my gender, cupcake. I'll have none of that.
Wilhelmina soon towers over him with clenched fists. The scraping of chairs marked the movements of patrons to places of greater safety. The burly hostess was well known locally as a champion brawler.
No worries, no worries. I'm just looking for
He gropes for the one name he has heard.
Sir Reginald.
Wilhelmina's countenance clears and her fists relax. The tension in the room is dissipated.
Ah, why didn't you say so? Sir Reginald. Why, he's right over there with the quartermaster of the good ship Steventown.
Mike looks across the room to where a
Ah.
large cat, a golden and white Turkish van with eyes as wise as the sea, stares lazily over the crowd. One person sits at the table, obviously the quartermaster. She has long, silky grey hair tied back in a ponytail. She's wearing a green nautical frock coat with white facings and large gilded buttons. A sheathed cutlass.
Otto and I had such fun writing this script. Honestly. So, as I've said a few times, the point of the series is for us to get together and produce a collaborative work that reflects our personalities or our projects or whatever. So it kind of, at this point, I should point out that if you're interested in this sort of thing, and if you would like to write your character into this series, yeah, you're very welcome. This is the point of what we're doing here.
And a plumed tricorn hat lie on the table beside her. A clay pipe smoulders in an ashtray, and a pot of chai steams at her elbow. She, as well as Sir Reginald, give off an air of gravitas that was unmistakable. Mike approaches the pair with some trepidation.
Dude, are you the quartermaster?
I don't know what that sound is.
Reginald looks up lazily as the quartermaster replies. And who else would I be, sitting here with the noble Sir Reginald? And did I not just hear the fair Wilhelmina tell you so?
Oh, yeah, right.
Mike looks embarrassed.
So, I was talking to an old mystic who said that your boat...
Sir Reg glares at Mike, who suddenly, and for no reason he could ever afterwards explain, corrected himself.
ship knows the way to the island of the Lost Violets?
Oh, yes, the island. That was in all the papers. but our course is set by the captain, and we seldom take passengers.
But dude, I lost my wallet. Maybe it's there.
Well, as to that, I could not say, but many, many wallets live on that isle. There they roam free and wild, keeping their contents to themselves, and so resting content, said the quartermaster with a quiet smile.
That sounds like it could be the place I have been looking for all this time. I just have to get there, and your
Sir Reginald looked hard at Mike.
ship is the only one that can take me there. Is there any way at all?
Reginald looked down contentedly and began to groom. The quartermaster gazed absently at the noble cat, seemingly disinterested. Well, perhaps. We do accept charters, commissions, letters of marque and the like. We are an armed merchantman and will usually turn our hand to anything within the law. Mostly within, that is. If you're interested in chartering the good ship Stevenstown, you'll have to talk with Captain Otto.
Captain Otto. That name seems familiar. Very nice.
Hey, great.
Yeah, man, you gotta join us for more. We do have tons of scripts. There are tons.
Here we go.
Dude, where's my wallet?
Oops. No, that was yesterday's. Okay. So that was the first of the pirates. Tomorrow we've got Down to Sea and Ships. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. Whoops, what did I just do there? Changed that round by mistake. Whoops. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. It's my favorite thing. I think I've told you a million times. This is the best show on the internet. Thank you, Gaming with Infamous and the Storyteller 3171. That is very nice of you for the comments and the encouragement. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching with me. And like I said, if you are interested, drop us a mention or catch up with us on MintMe or in the Jitsi a chat room for the Quantum Gathering or on minds.com. All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.